Hey everyone, James Lynch here for OddsChecker US, taking a look at Saturday's UFC 282 main event, which pits former light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz against Magomed Ankalaev for the vacant 205-pound title. If you didn't hear, Jiri Prochazka was supposed to fight Glover Teixeira. Jiri, the champ, injures himself. He's going to be out for a long time. He vacates the title, and now we have this new main event, which was the co-main event, only 3 rounds. Now this is 5 rounds between Jan Blachowicz and Magomed Ankalaev. Let's look at the tail of the tape here quickly. 39 years old here for Blachowicz, 30 years old for Ankalaev, 6'2" to 6'3", 78-inch reach to 75. So Blachowicz will only have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight. Outside of that, Magomed Ankalaev has a lot more to offer here. He's 9 years younger. He's going to be a little bit taller, and he's only lost once in the UFC. That was a submission loss to Paul Craig a few years ago. Let's look at the odds here on OddsChecker. You can see here Ankalaev almost a 3-1 favorite on the sports books. Very interesting matchup, like I said, for the vacant title. Let's look at their last few fights quickly. Jan Blachowicz winning his last fight over Alexander Rakic. Rakic getting a leg injury, but it was a pretty even fight leading up to that third round. I thought Jan Blachowicz took the first round, Rakic taking the second round, and then the third round, unfortunately, Rakic's knee giving out and the fight ending due to injury. The fight previous to that was an absolute domination by Glover Teixeira, where he defeated Jan Blachowicz to win the light heavyweight title. So that was a bit of a surprising performance from Jan. And then outside of that, he obviously had a couple nice wins over former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya and Dominic Reyes as well. Corey Anderson he knocked out too, who is over in Bellator now. But Blachowicz, even at his age, he's still performing very well. He's got that Polish power, the knockout power for sure. But will it be enough to take out a guy like Ankalaev, who really has not taken much damage over his career? If you look at Magomed Ankalaev, he's been winning all of his fights almost flawlessly. You look at his last fight against Anthony Smith, was dominant in that fight. It did also end in an injury with Smith hurting himself and Ankalaev winning via TKO. But prior to that, a couple nice wins over former title challenger Thiago Santos, Volkan Ozdemir, Nikita Krylov, and he's got 2 stoppage wins over Ion Cutelaba. I think this fight's going to be very interesting. I think early on will be the real test here. Blachowicz obviously having some power, but I do think that Ankalaev, with his youth, the fact that he's pretty much good everywhere, he's got good stand-up, good ground game, good wrestling, I think he will do enough to either get a decision or a late finish. I don't think we'll see an early finish here for Magomed Ankalaev in this fight. Minus 245. I really think this is his fight to lose. I don't mind putting that in a parlay. But if you wanted to look at some other odds, we don't have them up yet. But if you want to look at some props, maybe the Ankalaev by decision might be worth a stab, just because he does typically win a lot of his fights by decision. If you look at some of these finishes, they were against lesser competition, and even the Anthony Smith fight, that was due to an injury. So I think Ankalaev more likely than not will go the distance as opposed to finishing Jan Blachowicz in the 5-round fight. And if you like Jan at all, rather than just betting him as the underdog, just bet him by knockout. I think that's his only path to victory here. If you do like him at all, maybe go that route. But I do think this is Ankalaev's fight to lose on Saturday night for the vacant title. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who are you picking on Saturday night to take the vacant 205-pound title? Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. Make sure you subscribe to the OddsChecker US YouTube channel, where you'll find my main event previews every week, along with my full card previews that I do with Ben every single week on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and enjoy the fights on Saturday.